2022. What up, everybody? Welcome back to Music Blueprint. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. I can already feel how awesome this year is going to be, just for myself, but also for this channel. We've been brainstorming the last few weeks, actually, on just videos that we're going to release. And seriously, guys, it's really going to help you guys make money this year. If you're a musician or artist, that's what our channel is all about. If you've never seen our channel before or heard us before, we are all about helping artists and musicians make money. Sometimes it's really difficult to kind of figure that out. And so we realized, wow, like a lot of people need help, and how can we help you guys? So one of the things that is really, really important, and we have preached this on Music Blueprint a lot, is TikTok. And this whole video is going to be about how do you make or build 1 million followers on TikTok. Personally, on my channel, I have 700,000 followers on TikTok, hopefully, or maybe by the time you see this, I'll have a lot more. But I basically took my channel from 100,000 followers to 700,000 followers in about 6 months. And so I'm just gonna show you guys some tips and tricks, and also relate some things that some of my friends who have 9 million followers or more, what they suggest and what they've told me to do. And I've actually implemented those, and it's really helped build my following. So let's just get right into it. The first thing, and this is a concept that applies to every social media platform, every single one. If you are not doing this on your social media, you need to hop to it, figure out a way to do it, whether you schedule posts or something, but you have to be consistent. And on TikTok specifically, I would say you bare minimum need to post at least 1 time a day. I know that sounds like a lot, and maybe you can work yourself into it. For me personally, like I worked myself into it. I was posting like 3 or 4 times a week, and then somebody was like, you need to post at least once a day. And I was like, cool, how do I figure out how to do this? And the main thing that helped me figure out how to do that was creating time for me to create content. I rearranged my schedule in so that I could create content very consistently. So right now my schedule is Friday all the way through Monday is me creating content, curating content, anything that has to do with content, whether that be brainstorming, whatever. That happens 4 days out of my week. And I know that sounds like a lot. And, again, if you're balancing work or balancing other things that you have, you just need to figure out the schedule that works for you the best. And then Tuesday through Thursday, I do all my sessions and studio work and all of that stuff. But the reason why I changed my schedule to that is because I realized I didn't have enough time to create the content to be able to post once a day, because I would get to the week and I would be like, oh yeah, I've got 4 videos. And then I realized I'm missing 3 videos this week. I need to figure out how to make those videos. And then I'm scrambling and then it's like, oh, well, I ended up missing a day. So you really don't want to miss a day. And the reason is that the algorithm favors you when you post consistently. It starts realizing, oh, this person is being consistent on the app, and rewards you with showing your video to more people on the app, okay? So you really have to, bare minimum, I would say this again, bare minimum at least once a day. I would suggest on TikTok 3 times a day. And I know you're probably like, if you're a person that doesn't post once a day already, you're like, holy crap, how am I supposed to do this? I can't even envision posting that much in a day. But again, you need to build yourself into it. Don't overwhelm yourself, because if you overwhelm yourself, you're just going to quit. So you need to figure out, even if your consistency is just I post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or like whatever it is, you just need to be consistent about when you're posting and what time. Same time every Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever. And then work yourself into posting more content. And that's exactly how I did it. And I just figured out with my schedule how to allow myself to create more content. The other thing that really helped me with creating content more consistently is streamlining it to be faster. So for instance, on TikTok, it's really easy. Their app is very user-friendly in creating videos. Uh, and what I mean by that is their filters are amazing. Their editing in the app is amazing. There's really no other social media platform that has a great video editing app like that. If I said that right. TikTok really does have it down in that sense, which is why people just take their TikTok videos and then post them on the other apps, because TikTok's editing format is just so great. But figure out a way to, like, maybe you just set up your iPhone in your car and, with maybe another device or something, you play through, through the Bluetooth of some karaoke track and you just sing along to it. Or maybe you just, get a group of your friends together like one day a week and you guys create at least 7 pieces of content in one day. I mean, you just have to figure out a way that makes it fast, because when you make it fast, then it doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, like I just spent 3 hours and I only got one video. That's cool to do it that way. Like, again, you should create quality content at that level. But the faster that you can create somewhat decent content, if you can create it at a fast pace, then that means you can release more. And when you have more videos out there, then you have the potential of more videos going viral. So for TikTok, the reason why I post 3 times a day is because out of those 3 videos, maybe one of them will do well, or maybe all of them will do pretty decent, but then throughout the week, I'll have one that goes viral and gets like 5 million views. So because I have more videos out there on the app and more people are seeing my face, people start getting more familiar with me, and they're like, oh yeah, I saw this one video of her and that was really good. Maybe this one will be really good too. And then more people start watching your stuff and following you. So consistency is very, very key. The next point is you need to grab people's attention within the first 3 seconds. Some people would say within the first 5 seconds or maybe 8 seconds. I think 8 seconds is way too long. That's more of a YouTube format in my personal opinion. 5 seconds, that's the latest you can do it. And so for singers, you can either sing like a big note or some crazy run or something that's like jarring to them, that's outside of what everybody's seeing on the app. Sometimes that can be using a trend too. Like if the trend is popular on TikTok, a lot of people find that specific trend funny, or it's, again, it's going viral at the moment. So people will watch it because they already are familiar with that trend. So another thing would be like background. If you have a really cool background, like maybe a shot of a mountain, or for instance, I just recently did a bunch of videos in a stairwell, but the stairwell was actually locked. And so we sat in the bottom part of the basement of the hotel, and my friend ironically was wearing orange pants, and it looked like we were in jail. And so everybody's comments were, are you guys in jail? Or they were saying, where's this prison at? This is the prison I'm trying to go to, or something like that. And so a lot of people were flooding my comments saying those things, which boosted me in the algorithm again, because again, the more comments you get, the more you get put on more people's For You page. The algorithm's just trying to figure out, is this video interesting enough to show it to more people? Okay. So when you have an interesting background or something that's like eye grabbing or ear grabbing within the first 3 seconds, people are gonna start commenting and sharing the video, and then it's gonna put it out into more people. So that's a really big thing. Now, sometimes there's a little bit of a disclaimer to this, because a lot of times, and I'll say this for singers specifically, the videos that do the best for singers are the ones that typically sing a huge note, a big belt note, or a crazy run. Now, if you're a singer that does neither of those things, then you need to figure out a way to be really interesting on the app. Again, like choose a background, or just maybe have a video with like incredible quality where you're shooting in 4K, or like something like that that's just like, oh, this, visually is really great, or whatever. But also, if you are a singer that is doing those things, you're probably going to get a lot of comments of like, she sounds like she's shouting, or she sounds like she's yelling, or like that run wasn't that clean, or whatever. Try not to let that bother you. A lot of people say that, and then you look at their page and you're like, this person's telling me I can't sing. So again, just take it with a grain of salt. If you have to, just post and don't look at your comments if you really think that's going to happen. Most of the time on TikTok though, most people really do enjoy like big belty notes, and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you hit that. So again, don't be stressed about what kind of possible hate that you would get on the internet, just ignore it and just do what you would think is cool for a video. But the important part is just grab people's attention. I personally say within the first 3 seconds. So some people say 5 seconds, but honestly on TikTok, everything's in such quick format that 3 seconds is like, to me, pushing it. Like I would honestly try to get it within the first second, but obviously there's that's difficult. The last thing, and this is the thing that when you get into the upper echelon of creators, this is what they do all the time. And this is why you see people who possibly have 3 million followers on TikTok go from 3 million to 7 million in a year. And the reason that is because they start collaborating with people. Now, obviously, you don't want to be going around DMing a bunch of people and being like, let's collab, let's do a video, blah, blah, blah. And you don't have the following matching them. Don't do that. That's just going to leave a bad taste in people's mouths. And honestly, if you ever do get to the point where you build a decent following and those people start following you back, they're going to see your DM. So don't do that. What I would suggest is, being a part of the community. So a lot of times I will go to someone's page and that of someone that has a similar following to me, and I will follow them and I will start commenting on their videos. And so after I comment on a few videos, I'll be like, bruh, we need to collab, or dude, I want to make a video with you, or something along those lines. And usually if it's within the first 30 seconds of that video being released and you're one of the first comments, they're going to see it and they're going to instantly go to your page, which is why you need to have the following to back up you saying that. I don't go to somebody even though I know this person, but I wouldn't go to Taylor Holder's page and comment that, because Taylor Holder's going to be like, this girl only has 700,000 followers. I've got 20 million. Why would I collab with this person, right? You always have to be thinking in collaboration of how am I giving value to this person, okay? So for instance, if you're a person that owns a t-shirt company, don't go to an influencer and say, hey, we'd love for you to have our t-shirts, or wear our t-shirts. This is what it costs. First of all, the person's like, I've got 15 bajillion companies offering me free shirts and free hoodies. Why would I use yours? Even if I liked it, why would I use yours and pay for it? That doesn't make any sense. What you should say is, hey, we're a t-shirt company. We really love your page. We'd love to send you some stuff. If you could send us your address or something or whatever, P.O. box, whatever. And if you like it, I wouldn't even mention if you like it, just offer it, because 9 times out of 10, if an influencer does like your product, let's say the shirt's really soft, or they really like your design, they're gonna somewhat promote it in some way on their social media platform, whether they wear it and they tag you guys or whatever. So again, you need to be constantly thinking about, when you're collaborating with people, how am I giving them value? For instance, for me, obviously my whole page is music. But a lot of these influencers that are huge, that they got huge off of just being cute, or off of dancing or whatever, they're all wanting to do music, every single one of them, but they don't know anybody in the industry. So the way I started getting connected to people was, obviously they know I was a singer. They're so pumped. They're like, oh my God, this girl's a singer. She sings great, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, cool. But then I would be like, yo, aren't you guys doing music? Why don't we have a session together? And they're like, oh my God, would you you'd be willing to have a session with me? I'm like, absolutely. And then a lot of times I'd get there and they'd be like, what can I pay you? And I'm like, no, don't pay me. Just do videos with me. And they're like, seriously? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Just do videos with me. All I want to do is collaborate and build a relationship with you. And they're like, great. So now I go over there all the time and collaborate with them. So again, I figured out a way to provide them value because I figured out what they were wanting to do or what they were needing. And that's the same thing when you're trying to, in anything on social media platforms. It doesn't matter if it's Instagram, Facebook, does not matter, YouTube. You have to figure out a way to provide people value. So if you haven't figured that out for, some person that's a lot higher than you, then collaborate with people that are at your same level. Because a lot of times when you meet somebody at your same level, they want to do stuff together. They want to, be in a content house together and do a bunch of videos together. They're wanting to do that. So, and it's a lot easier intro because you're the way you guys are providing value for each other is cross promoting a video and tagging each other. And so you're cross, and I don't want to say contaminating, but cross pollinating. There we go. Cross pollinating your followers. So that in hopes that on my page, when I tag you, you'll get some of my followers. And on your page, when you tag me, I'll get some of your followers. So it all works out that way. So again, if you really do incorporate these things, the 3 things, consistency, grabbing people's attention, and collabing. If you incorporate those 3 things, I'm telling you, you'll get to 1 million followers on TikTok, 100%. I know people like look at that and they're like, that number is like really difficult, but on TikTok, there's just a lot of potential for exposure. Like I watched a guy struggle on TikTok. I followed him since the beginning. His videos were awesome. The quality of his content, by far amazing, but just couldn't get anything to catch on. But he was consistent about it. He kept posting on TikTok. I wouldn't say he was consistent in posting every day, but he posted maybe 2 or 3 times a day, or 2 or 3 times a week. And then all of a sudden, one of his TikToks went viral, and it went all over TikTok. I mean, it was like one of the biggest trends of the last few months. And he went from, I don't know, maybe like 300,000 followers to 2 million in literally like a month and a half. So again, implement those things. You will do well on TikTok, and then those things will carry over into other social media platforms. So good luck out there. Please, if you found this video to be informational at all, please share it with your friends or anybody that's interested in this. We are about to launch our official 6-week program in February, so look out for that. We are going to have 3 different kinds of programs. We're going to have one for vocals, getting your vocals better, another one for touring, and another one for songwriting. So if you're interested in that and you're trying to like hone in on those skills, and all of those within those categories talk about social media as well. So we're going to launch it in February, so keep an eye out for that. And come back next week, because I'm telling you, the videos that we have prepared for this year are really going to help you guys take everything of yours to the next level and really start making even more money than you were before. So have a great week. Come back next week. Peace.